You are getting very sleepy. Hello, welcome to Sober Living Snippets, where we live alcohol free so we can improve our relationships, feel youthful again, and ditch regret and shame. I'm Becca Jacobson, and I have a snippet for you today. As we are moving through this week, the theme is strategies for sober living. Techniques, strategies, therapies, whatever you want to call them, that we can use to help us on the path. Today, we are talking about, wait for it, hypnosis. Yeah, hypnosis is amazing. I'm a big fan because that's right. I studied to be a hypnosis practitioner. And in fact, I am a hypnosis practitioner. And this is something that I absolutely love to do. But you know what? I don't do it much. I work more on mindset, although the opportunity is there for my clients. Anyway, not that important. What matters is we're going to talk today about how and you can use hypnosis, what it is, what to expect, and whether or not it can help you in your sober journey. Now, first of all, let me just say yes, it absolutely can help you on your journey. No, it won't be your one and only go to sober living. In other words, like the other strategies, techniques, therapies that we've been talking about this week, it is one amazing technique that you can use to add to your overall recovery plan. So you want to have more than just hypnosis going on, but by all means, it can really help speed things up. So hypnosis, sometimes people have misunderstanding about what hypnosis is. So we're going to start today by talking about what it is, and then we're going to talk about how it can work directly for alcoholism. So, hypnosis, well, you know that I'm a big, huge, massive fan of changing our minds to change our lives. And that means that we want to dig down into the subconscious and really start changing. We can start on the conscious level. We just start changing the way we think. We reframe our past. We change the way we talk a lot about emotional sobriety here or emotional maturity. And that a lot of that is changing the way we think about things. And then if we start going deeper, we can start affecting our subconscious mind. So it's not always just on the level of, oh, let me approach this differently. But the both are very, very important. So the mindset work that I do with my clients is more on the conscious level. And that literally is deciding to look at things differently. And I give strategies for that and I help them to do that over time. There's many ways we can affect the subconscious, and in fact, anything we do on the conscious level is seeping down into the subconscious. But of course, we can get there more quickly and we can imprint the subconscious more permanently through different strategies other than just thinking differently. And hypnosis is one of those ways. Hypnosis is not a way to make us flap like a chicken or run around in circles and play games on a stage. I might be entertaining, but that's not what we're talking about here. Hypnosis influences the conscious and subconscious mind by leveraging the power of suggestion. So we get into a hypnotic state by getting our therapist or practitioner will help us get into a hypnotic state simply by helping us to relax and get into a more focused state of clarity. And contrary to popular belief, hypnosis is not something that makes us sort of fall asleep and become unaware of what's going on around us. The opposite is true. When we're in a hypnotic state, we're hyper aware of what's going on. We have more clarity. It's a focused state of clarity. So we're very aware of what's going on during a hypnosis session. So it's not like you're going to come out of a session and go, I wonder what happened. That is not what hypnosis does. We remember every bit of it and we are a part of the process. So it's not like the hypnotherapist is taking control of our minds and we just relinquish ourselves into their whatever they want to do or say to us, right? So we get into this relaxed, focused state of clarity, and this allows us to bypass the superficial mind and access deeper levels of being. Once we achieve this mindset and we're relaxed and we're ready, the hypnotherapist then can make suggestions to our subconscious mind to create a positive changes in our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors. And before you go into a session, you're going to agree with the hypnotherapist on what you're trying to accomplish. So in this case, it would be, I can't seem to stop drinking. And so the suggestions will be around alcohol at your request, of course, right? So over time, this can make massive difference in how we approach alcohol, but we wouldn't expect to do one session and come out cured. It's really not the way it works. Now, like everything else we're talking about this week, hypnosis will only work if you believe that it'll work. It'll only work if you want it to work. It's not suggested that you go to a hypnotherapist with the idea of this is nonsense, it's stupid, but I'm going to go try it anyway. Because it just won't work. I mean, why do that anyway? What we want to do is choose a strategy, choose a therapy, choose a technique that appeals to us, that makes us excited, that makes us think, you know what, I like that. That makes me excited. I want to try that. Whether it be meditation or any of the other techniques that we're talking about this week, and then some, of course, because we're only covering five. Find whichever one appeals to you, like in your gut makes you get excited, where you're like, I'd like to do that. I want to find out what it feels like to be in a relaxed, focused state of clarity, and then give some suggestions to my subconscious mind. If that appeals to you, then by all means, this would be a path for you because you're open to it. If we're closed to anything, it won't work. Nothing will work if we're close to it. Not anything. And that's why I talked a few weeks ago about believing that you can do this. It's got to begin with, first of all, desire. Do you want to have an alcohol free life? And then believing that you can do that, and then finding your path. It's that simple. But if we go in kicking and screaming, forget about it. It's not going to work. So just don't even bother. So there are different types of hypnosis. There's authoritative hypnosis, in which the hypnotherapist takes a very authoritative tone, and we agree to be relaxed and open, and we get clear and direct statements given to our subconscious mind, like you will no longer crave alcohol. There's a permissive hypnosis which encourages us to explore our own minds and guides us to come into our own inner thoughts and feelings about alcohol. And then there's self-hypnosis. We could take the time, learn how to do self-hypnosis, and then just practice it daily at home by ourselves. Very powerful. None of these is for everybody, right? It's just what you want, what appeals to you, as I've already said. So, can hypnosis cure alcoholism? No. But it is definitely a powerful addition to any recovery plan. There's no question of that. If it's your baby, all right? If it's your baby, it's your baby. Then go for it. What we want to do here, folks, is decide that we're going to have an alcohol free life. We got to start with that desire. And then we have to believe that we can do it. And then we need help, of course. We need to pick the path of help that's going to work for us. Doing this alone won't work. I've said that so many times, and I know people disagree with me. I get emails from you, and that's fine. We're allowed to have our own beliefs about this. I believe that doing it alone is dangerous, and you're just going to end up very disappointed. Or you're going to end up sober and miserable. And that is what we call a dry drunk. So pick the path that's right for you. And if the path that appeals to you includes hypnosis, then yay, go for it. But hypnosis is, by all means, a valid and appropriate approach to changing the subconscious mind, which can change our relationship with alcohol. So there it is, kids. We have so many choices. When we lay in bed in the morning feeling trapped and hopeless, don't forget, you have choices. You have options. You have possibilities. I only wish I'd known this, because that's what I did, was laid in bed in the morning feeling like it was hopeless, and that I was trapped in a corner and there was no way out. I didn't know any of this. So we can count ourselves lucky that we live in this day and age where we can, flip on a podcast and get a bit of somebody's opinion, at least coming in our ear. I was completely alone. And it was incredibly difficult. It was incredibly depressing, and it was a horrible, horrible a way to live for years and years and years. Very, very lonely. So there it is, hypnosis in a nutshell, with Becca's opinion tacked on top of it. In the meantime, your daily do is to think carefully about what strategy you want. I want you to write in your journal, I can live alcohol free. All I have to do is find the path that appeals to me. Let me say that again. I can live alcohol free. All I have to do is choose the path that's right for me. Rewind that until you write it down. Write in your journal today. This is your do. Write in your journal today. I can live alcohol free. All I have to do is choose the path that's right for me. Write that in your journal. And if you're not choosing a path, my only question to you is, what are you waiting for? Why suffer unnecessarily? And if you are on a path, then onward and upward, and you might want to add hypnotherapy to it. Sending you buckets of love as always, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back tomorrow so we can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.